Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've been having a play with our beautiful new lace details. They're absolutely beautiful. I did say I wasn't going to buy them, but I sat and cut them all up last night and realised just how wonderful they are. You don't have to use the frames, and they are 3.5 by 5. They're ideal for the note cards. You can use them the pink side or the white. I'm going to show you what I did with mine. I've made with this one piece, we're actually going to make 2 cards tonight, so I'll show you the cards. So I've chosen these stamp sets first. The Butterfly Gala for the sentiment. I've used a leaf out of here. This one. I have chosen God is Love and this beautiful corner, and there was something else. Where's that gone? Where's that gone? There's another stamp set somewhere. Oh, here. Right. And it's from the Inspired Events, and I'm using this here. So I know it's a lot of stamp sets, but I've used the dies out of this one. And let me show you. I've used those dies, I've used those dies, and I've used this die. So that's for that set. I've used this for this. I've used the little corner piece and God is Love for the sentiment on that one. This one I've used the leaf. And then on the other card I've used this as my sentiment. Thank you so very much, which is beautiful. So I know it's a lot of stamp sets, but you can innovate any ones you've got to create what I've done. So I'll show you my first card. This is it. There's those patterns. There's the leaf, and there's that scroll. There's some of the butterflies, and I've continued with the trails on 2 of them and added some gems. Another one of those beautiful butterflies, and the wink of Stella. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Haven't done anything on the inside, so, but that's the first card because I used it as a stencil, and then the bit I used with the brayer, I cut out this card. Had a bit of, there's one behind there, it's just poking out, but I may move that, and then that sentiment, thank you so very much. I've added little gems here and here, and onto my butterflies, and again, more wink of Stella. So you get 2 beautiful cards from just brayering one of these gorgeous sheets. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to show you how I did them. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pop them to one side so I can keep an eye on those. Here is that flurry I'm going to be using. I'm going to be adding this on here. I'm going to grab some scrap paper, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it into place just so it doesn't move about. And I've got my sticky stuff, but I've run it over my clothes, I've run it over my hands, and it's been used once on the other card, so I'm just going to gently add them on my piece of cardstock. It seems really sticky, but it's not that sticky. It's a bit of micropore tape. The thing is, I want to keep that line as level as possible. That was a full sheet, but it tore in half. So I've got another piece for this side. Just beautiful. You could even use temporary adhesive and glue this down if you wanted. Beautiful. Got another piece for here. And another piece for here. once you start playing with these cards, you like literally cannot stop. It's so addictive. I'm just going to tuck that back on itself. I'll be able to move the card around. This one we're going to use later with that frame. And I'm sticking with the colour because I absolutely adore it. I love this colour. And it's the Highland Heather. And I'm just going to, and I'm lifting it as I roll to spread that ink. And it doesn't look like there's a lot on there, but there's quite a bit. And then what you're going to do, tuck that under, and then just do, and again lift in between. It does take a lot of brayering, but it's worth it. You can do it as pale as you want, you can do it as dark as you want, you can go back and forth, you can pump that colour in there, and the brayer is so gentle, because you can see this piece sticking up, it's still, every time you roll over with the brayer, it's putting it straight back in the same place. So that's why I taped it to some scrap, so I can turn it around. You can make this light, dark, whatever you want. You can go in any direction. Just keep adding the colour until you get the depth of colour you want. And you'd be surprised once you lift that stencil off now how amazingly gorgeous it is. Keep adding. You could even have it like an ombre effect. Just stunning. And it wasn't until I started cutting them up and I thought, oh, you know, I can stencil with them and kill two birds with one stone. In fact, get 2 cards from one lot of stenciling. Look at that, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's beautiful. Whoops. This will go back in the same place all the time. And it's worth the time and effort to do so. Whoops. Get as much ink on there as you can. Just have so much fun. You could add another colour in there if you wanted to two-tone it, I suppose. Well, they're so delicate though. But they will stay in place. And that's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give it one more go, and I think that's getting there nice. But always lift, don't drag it back and forth, because your roller will only do half of it that way. You know, if you're doing it like that, but you've got to lift. So you're making sure the ink goes all over the roller. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to stop there now. These can be washed under hot soapy water, beautiful. Come up clean again. Now watch this as we take this off. I'm just going to get my cloth and wipe my tips and my fingers. I don't want to smudge any of this. because it's easily done. See, I've got it down my fingernail. So keeping your hands as clean as possible. Perfect. And then just peel it off gently. This is just scrap paper underneath, so I'm not worried. Look at it sticking everywhere. I'm just going to pop this in the bin for a sec, because I won't use that piece again now. Just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You do get a little white mark around there, obviously where your tape has been. Entirely up to you if you want to get your sponge dauber and lay it back down, but look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that is going to go on one of our cards. This piece here is going to get laid on this one and become a part of this card. Just absolutely stunning. What I might do there is just grab quickly another piece of scrap. And I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to get my blender pen and just go around the edges. Just to fill in those gaps where the tape has been. And just being really gentle on the ends. Beautiful. Give that a spin around. You can see if you've missed bits then, like there. And I'm just going to come down this side. Because it's just the edge strip, shouldn't be too bad at all. Beautiful. A little bit down this side here. You could have gone in with your sponge dauber as well. Beautiful. Let me lay that down now. Oh, it's just mucky that side. You can see then if you've missed bits. Okay, right along this edge here. But they were so easy to cut up. You just have to be really gentle with them. And if you're going to do them as a cut apart, then use your scissors. Don't use your trimmer. I use the trimmer because they've got solid lines. But if you're going to like cut the other bits up, like say you're going to take this section out there, just use your scissors and take what you need for your card. But now that will get laid on top of there and put in the right place so you get an evenly distributed border, and then you can just strategically glue those bits down, which I'm going to do right now actually. I'm going to get my silicone mat just because I don't want to go over, and grab my beautiful glue. Oh, wait there now, I'm just thinking. I've got a prick stick here, and if I'm gentle enough, it goes on purple but dries clear. If I take that pattern You could use, look, see it's going purple. And this has been, I've used this before on other projects and it's really, really good. We can straighten that out when it's on the card. Smooth that out the way, I'll clean that later. And then we can fetch this piece in. And then just gently press that down. I'm going to turn it over, give it a rub. Oh, there we go. That is your solution for this beautiful, beautiful stenciling. Isn't that beautiful? Just give that a poke down, all in the right places. I've got not bad coverage there, quite a nice even border as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Just love it. They will get adhered now onto our card bases. Once we've done a bit of stamping, there's the card bases. These brayers are brilliant. You get 2 of the sticks, one's smaller than the other I think. Oh no, they're both the same size. And you get 4 sponges. And as you can tell, I've only used 1 up to now. I'll take that later, give it a wash, pop it back in its box, and away to go. So that's my brayering done out the way. And as for these gorgeous butterflies, oh, absolutely beautiful. I've gone ahead already and cut them. I've run them through the Big Shot with the intricate setting. I'm just going to poke out as much as I can. This is how good the Gemini Junior is, if you've got the right sandwich together. Just pops out. And I've done this one the other way round. I've done the thicker one out of the paler. Look at they look like dog tooth. You could save them and put them on the cards with the puppy dogs as if he's lost his tooth, bless him. Don't they? Look like doggy's teeth. There you go, another one there. Or little dinosaur scales. You'd be surprised what one person sees in a stamp set or a die cut than with fresh eyes than somebody else would. Just gently pull this apart. So simple. Beautiful. You could even save that and put that on a card. You know, you could use that as a layer and then do some sponging. Maybe even take these bits if you want to and be carefully picking out the pieces and putting a few strategic things back in. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to leave them to one side. Just going to quickly poke these other bits through. It won't take long at all. But these bits can be used for something. Like I say, you could always put the framework back in, run glue over the back before taking your bits out, like what I just done. Lay it on the card. Oh, I'm going to try that in a second. But then I'm going to get my sticky stuff. I'm going to try that one day. How's that? Run this through. Carefully take it off without moving the bits. Glue the back with the stick like I've just done. And then remove the framework afterwards and see what it looks like inside its own piece of cardstock. That would look really pretty. Nearly done. It's coming out without. So simple with the right sandwich, like I'm saying. Now this is all the detail. This is going to be layering on top of that one. I've done that the opposite way around this time. I may even change the sentiments up. Still 2 cards, but different than the other 2. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So let's move this out the way. Get my little tin. I'm going to keep those tooth-shaped bits. I'll put those in my other little bin, tub I save stuff in. You never know, you can use that for something. And we're just going to do exactly the same on here. Remove this. Simples. How simple. I suppose my dye brush would work on this. Just gorgeous. I think this is a set that's going to be around for a while because it's absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. I suppose if you use your Indicate plate on the Big Shot, that would get it all out quick as well. I'm not using the Big Shot anymore because of the cranking and my shoulders. Beautiful, just coming out so easy. Perfect. Get rid of our bits. It is mucky. It is bitty. But worth the while. So much worth it. There we go. I'm going to fetch my silicone mat back in a moment. It is dry now. And I'm going to add my Pritt stick all over that again and then layer it up with that. I'm making sure it's up. Does dry clear and dry and non-sticky. You could use your adhesive back sheets here. Just want to make sure so that glue is a bit much. Just use my finger to push it in and around. Perfect. That will dry in a moment. Clear. And it's not sticky. Brilliant. So let's fetch this piece in. Oh, I love this bit. I love the layering up of this. Just gotta take it off my glue. My silicone mat. Look at that. It'll dry clear and that'll wash lovely. But yeah, buy yourself a Pritt stick like that. I had that from, where did I have that from? Craft Stash. You know when I won the Crafting Angel? I bought that with the winnings. Just gently lay this on top. And everything will just fall into place. That is the best bit of layering I've done with this. Make sure you get your antenna over the top of each other. I think they're about the most fiddliest bits, just getting those antenna lined up. Beautiful. It's a little bit sticky still because it's got to give it a moment to dry. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to get scrap paper. Just going to put that over the top. Just line that up. Just get that quick rub. And take it off quickly before it sticks on my scrap. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that was good. That was quick, that was simple, that was beautifully layered up. This one just doesn't want to, there we go. That's it. Whoops. Still a few sticky areas, but just leave that for a moment to dry. And you'll be able to come back to it, because look, there's nothing on there sticky. I think it just went a bit too wild. Now it's starting to dry now, it's beautiful. Little tiny bit of tack in there. Just gonna, I'll soon tell you when it's dry, so. It's getting there. We're going to add our Winker Stella over that, but we're going to trim away first some of these gorgeous butterflies. I'm going to keep these two together, and then them three are separate. So what you do, you follow your pattern on there, and then you follow it on there. That way you know where to cut. And if you do manage to trim a bit too much, because it's glued down to its counterpart, that's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then just trim up the bits, just even them out a little bit, round them off if you can. Beautiful. Just check how thin the line is before you trim. Beautiful. And now you can't tell. You may get a little bit of, just a little tiny dot you may need to take. You know, just tiny little trimmings. And then this one. So you get little spiky bits on the top. Just give that a little nick off and then it's gone. Beautiful. They're gorgeous. There's no more sticky now left on there. It's brilliant. And I put those two on this one with the cutout. So, which was actually this one. Beautiful. I may swap it over and have it on this one. And then I bended these up. I bent the sides up. Just place these where you want them on your card. Thinking of your sentiment as well. So I'm going to use this, thank you so much. I'm going to place that first. Just play with them before you stick anything down and get it wherever you want it. So I may pop that big one there. And then come down with these two here, like that. You just have a play around, don't stick anything down until you're really happy. And I've got some more of that ribbon to put behind my sentiment. You need a little bit showing unless you want a big huge bow putting on there. It's entirely up to you. Got my glue dot. I just have a play. Honestly, it's just beautiful. So I'm looking at these now. Just stunning. Right, I'm going to grab my ink again. Open it up, and I'm going to do those beautiful flourished corners. Just to add a little bit of something just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I'll have another play with the layout in a moment. They remind me of little angel kisses, like little bits of, oh, missed it there then. Mistletoe even. Got a little bit of clouding on that one, so don't worry about that. It's a handmade card. Let's get this one done also. I go to these and scoop them in the corners a bit closer. Beautiful. Beautiful, loving it. That's just so pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. So that one's done. Then on this one, I'm just going to do these top and bottom. And just centralising that and trying to get it as close to the top as possible. Beautiful. I'm not going to do it down sides because I think it may look a bit too busy. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. May keep this out actually and decorate the insides of the cards. I'll let you know in a moment. So give it a wipe just in case I don't. Then it's nice and clean. So I'm going to leave that one to one side with those. Let's have a play. I've got sticky bits. I've got these beautiful silver leaves. I've also got this gorgeous flurry, and I'm going to make sure there's one on each card. So I've cut two out. I may even attach this at the back, but up the top of my sentiment. Or you could even have it integrated like that. Oh, that's just so cute. I've popped my dimensionals on. I've put quite a bit on this one because I'm going to add the ribbon at the bottom as well. Just taking the backings off. So the thank you so much is down the bottom. I'm just going to lay that right across the bottom there so it's poking out. Gorgeous. Let's get this flurry added. You could always add a little bit of glue as well. So I'm going to have that hung over there, tucked behind there. Tucked behind there. Oh, I'm just going to have it tucked behind. Sorry, don't mean, I'm just touching there on there. And then I'm going to add this to this bottom corner before we add these gorgeous, let me snip that off actually, just the stem. And that can be added behind there, or just, you could even remove another leaf. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Beautiful. So I'm going to get proper glue for this one. Just going to add a bit of adhesive on the back. I'm just going to slot that in there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to add my glue just to the body and the antennae. I'm going to have this one just there in the centre. Oh, that is so pretty. Isn't it? Gorgeous. Just have a play. I'm going to put that one there. They stick so quickly. And then this one. It's going to go over that way too. They stick so fast. That is absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to close that for a minute. Get my Winker Stella. Prime it up. Give it a little squirt. Whoops. Always give it a shake. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And because as long as you don't dig, if you just go over the surface, it'll only colour the top card. It won't colour the underneath one. Unless you want to colour the underneath one. Look at that. Look at that beautiful shine. Just stunning. I'm going to do that to these other two now as well. Just using the side of my bristles. Do you know when I get in deep thought, I start muttering instead of talking. I shouldn't do that. I think it's, that is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. And then I've got this beautiful big one. My nickname's Stella for a reason. Because I use Winker Stella so much. You could add a few highlights on the actual framework as well that you've used from the stencil. But you can add any colour those. They leave them white one side and choose a colour the other side. That way you can have them any colour you want. Just beautiful. Look at the detail on that now. Just sparkling beautifully. So that one's ready to go on the card base. Just fabulous. Oh, I love it. And I love the fact that you get two cards. It's just so simple. Because, I mean, we could use all 5 butterflies on one card. Just use the delicately detailed and just put them on top. But make sure I'm not sticking that on the wrong way around. Nice little border. That is just divine. Grab some rhinestones, and I'll tell you what we've missed. That little flourish. I'm going to pop them in each of the corners. And then I'm going to add, I'm not going to do the flurry now. I'm just going to add maybe 3 to each butterfly. just to give them a bit more sparkle. Worth every gem. Beautiful, just beautiful. And maybe a couple dotted here, there and everywhere on the card. Whoops. I'm not even going to add that flourish. There, that is my first card made with those laser prints. Just divine. And compared to the one we used on the other, beautiful. Oh, same sentiment. Never mind. But if you've noticed here, I've got a white border all the way around there. This one I haven't now, because I used my blender to fill in the gap. But still, two absolutely gorgeous cards. So that's the one I made earlier, and its counterpart is this one. So now we're going to do something. We've just swapped up the butterflies. So where did I put that other flourish? Oh, I did add it to that card. Yeah, there it is, behind there. So I've already got my God is Love, and I'm going to add that on here. Just going to remove the backings off my dimensionals. Just looking at my other card. And this was added actually to the card, but this time I'm going to just have that running around the back as well. I think that is so pretty. I'm going to have my butterflies lower down, and I'm going to have my sentiment further up the top. Again, you could add Winker Stella now, just to the purple, the darker purple. Just absolutely divine. Clear. I've got this in silver and gold as well, see? Winker Stellas. They come in an arrangement of colours if you look on eBay. And they're cheaper as well. There's something like $4.99. But you can make these now yourself. When your pen runs out, add some rubbing alcohol and some of the shimmer paints that Stampin' Up sell. There you go. You've got a new Winker Stella without having to buy one. Once this runs out and it's got no more glimmer in there, I'm going to show you how to make one. Make your own Winker Stella. Because the nibs come out. I mean, I got a litre of rubbing alcohol for like £10. And the shimmer paints, if you would have bought them anyway, you would have them in your possession. I mean, people add shimmered eyeshadows, believe it or not, powder. You've got to get the shimmer powder, and you can make it with that. Beautiful done. Absolutely stunning. That is just gorgeous. So I've added that. I'm going to add my leaf this time to the back of one of the butterflies, so it looks like they're flying over. They've landed on some leaves. I'll go down the stem of this beautiful body here so I can glue that on. Just let that dry for a sec, and then I can add dots underneath here. Under there, and then just continue to add my glue. Just a bit there. There we go. Lift this up. And then I can place that just there. Just pressing down lightly until you know it all sticks. That is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to add this to my card base now. Make sure the border's fine. There we go, that's got rid of that glue. Just going to open this up. Give it a quick rub from the inside. Stunning, absolutely stunning. You can just see the glue does dry clear, but I'm so fussy. Beautiful. So a few more rhinestones on here. Just going to add the glue stopper in there, but it dries out. I'm going to add loads on this one. I'm going to go all the way from top to bottom. Nice neat straight line. She says, getting one on the wonk. There's that one there that's on the wonk. That's better. Beautiful, look, nice and straight. And then what I did with this butterfly, I did one there, one there. The other one I added at the back, going backwards, but this one I'm just going to give it a little curvature there. Stunning, absolutely beautiful. So, 1, 2, and 1 down here, 3. I know it's a lot of rhinestones, but they are absolutely... So there's the cards we just done together. Absolutely stunning. Just glistening with all that wink of Stella. So there's 2 cards that we just done together, and then we swapped them over and got those 2 cards there as well. So 4 cards from 2 pieces of that delicately detailed laser print DSP. So there's those 2 with the laser print, and there's those 2 with the stencil itself. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I love them. I hope you do too. I think they're absolutely fabulous cards, and it's a great way of spreading the cost. I mean, I could have just coloured that on some scrap paper, left that on the scrap paper instead of just doing it on top and having 2 beautiful cards out of it. So I think it's worth the while if you're a frugal crafter, is to just add an extra little bit, spread the colour you want, do a rainbow effect. I think that would be beautiful, and then make yourself 2 cards. It's just an extra base and an extra topper, and you were doing that effort anyway on there, so just spread the love onto there as well. I hope you enjoyed those. I adore them. So it's this one and this one. No, this one and this one. This one and this one we've just done now. And then those are the ones I did last time. So I hope you enjoy. I adore them. beautiful, and purple is really one of my favourite colours. So I'll leave you to it. I'd love a thumbs up and a share, that would be amazing. Please press the subscribe button also, that way, and press the bell, that way you won't miss any future videos. And come and meet us on our 10 o'clock premieres. We love the banter, we love the chit chat, we love the fact that more and more people are joining. I think there was over 50 the other night, which was amazing. And we just want you all to join in chat, give us your opinions, tell us if you think we're going wrong anywhere. You know, I don't mind criticism as long as it's constructive criticism, so I know I can swap things up and do something maybe a little bit different to keep everyone pleased. So that's my aim in life, is to produce something absolutely wonderful, and that the fact that you will all share your joys as well. Come over to group, show us what you've made, if you've cased one of the cards. That is absolutely perfect. We want that from you. We want everyone to join in. We want everyone to be showing us their creations as well. So I've got a Facebook group also called Stamp with Joy, so come on over. I'm just putting all my little bits back now. And yeah, just come and have fun. We love it. The girls in chat love it. Everyone loves the chin work, and the more people that join in, the more exciting it seems to get. The only thing is I can't keep up with chat, but I try my best. So there you go, a good selection of cards for you tonight, just for the sake of that beautifully delicate detailed laser cut paper, which I swore I wasn't going to buy but ended up doing. Fabulous. And some beautiful cards in the process. So once again, don't forget to subscribe, press the bell, come and see us on the next one. Bye.